Okay, so good day, everyone. I am your teacher, Mr. Tonga, and today I want us to look at this topic in particular in mathematics grade 5. And the topic that I want us to look at is the topic of measurements. I hope you can see what I have written on the board. So let's see exactly what do we mean by measurement. Now, measurement means to measure, the word measure. And if we say we are measuring, you need to be able to understand what exactly it is that we say that we are measuring. And most of the time when we say we are measuring, we are actually looking for the length of something. And length is determined as, we can explain length as how long or how long an object is. If we don't say how long, we can also compare it to the distance. It can either be the distance from 2 points, let's say this point here, if we call it point A, and we have got another point here, we call it point B. So to measure, it means to find out what is the length between these 2 points, meaning from this point here, A, to this point, what is the length? Now, there's a number of instruments that we use when we say we are measuring length. For example, the most common one that we have is the ruler. And I trust that everybody knows exactly what we mean by a ruler. And a ruler, we use it to measure short distances. Usually, an ordinary ruler is between 15 to 30 centimeters. Depending on the size, we can measure that. And then we have got the meter stick. It looks something like this, the item that I have shown on the board. And a meter stick really is, we measure distances from maybe the length of the ruler to up to a meter. Don't worry if you don't know what a meter is, but it's usually the length of, which is equivalent to about 2 of your footsteps. But we will talk a little bit more about those. And then we also have a tape measure. Now, a tape measure, we usually see it because it's mostly used by those people that are building houses. And what they do is that they measure the distances between walls from one side of the wall to the other. Another one is a click wheel. Now, where we usually see a click wheel, it's usually another name for a click wheel. It's called a trundle wheel. In this one, we usually use it in the soccer fields to measure the size of a field or to measure the distance from one area to another. For longer distances, where the tape measure or the meter stick cannot be used, we usually consider the click wheel or the trundle wheel. Now, another object that can be used to measure the distance is the odometer. Now, the odometer, if you check your parents' car, That is where you're going to find the odometer. It measures the distance traveled by the vehicle from one point to the other. Okay, that is it for now on the instruments that we use to measure the length. You can stick around in the next video, and I'm going to explain what are the different units of measurements and how can we use them.